up, y'all? My name is Nicole Jamil, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I know it's been 3 whole years since I've been on YouTube, and yeah, a lot has happened in the last 3 years. Like, I got married, and we had our baby girl, and yes, so many exciting things have happened, and I'm so excited to share that with y'all in a different video I'll do separate from this one. So today I wanted to just come on here and talk to y'all and just encourage you with some things that God revealed to me and encouraged me. And just to let y'all know, I want to start off first by saying everything you need is in your obedience to God. It's in your yes to God. And so with that, I will jump into it. So last month, maybe around like Christmas time, God wanted me to do some things. And to be honest, I was struggling. Like, I struggled so much with that. Like, I was like, Lord, are you telling me to do this? Like, this is super inconvenient. It's around the holidays. You know, I want to do this and this and that. I was like, Lord, no, I don't, like, okay, maybe like hit me up, you know, after New Year and like, you know, then come back and, you know, tell me what you want me to do. Like, but right now, like, I just want to chill. I just want to, you know, like, I just want to relax. I just want to do what I want to do, you know? And God was like, this is what I need you to do. And so in that time, I struggled in my heart and my mind to obey the Lord. And delayed obedience is still disobedience. And so I went to one of my closest friends in Christ and I was like, hey, you know, I need some prayer. God is asking me to do some things and I'm struggling in my obedience to him. And she said, what's the issue? Like, simply obey him. Just do it. Just do it. What's the problem? And I was like, I don't want to do it. Like, okay. So I went to the Lord and in my prayer time in the morning and I was like, Lord, I can do this, this, and this, right? For this time, and then come back, take a little break, and then maybe come back and then do this. And God was like, if you do that, you're not going to receive all that I have for you. And so in that, like, that really convicted me. And I was like, okay, Lord, no, I want to receive all you have for me in its entirety. Like, I don't want a partial of what you have. I need this. And so in that, God really just dealt with me and instructed me to go to 2 Kings chapter 5. And so in 2 Kings chapter 5, we learn of a man named Naaman. And it says here, just to give y'all a little backstory on Naaman and who he was and how this came about. So Naaman was the commander of the army for the king of Aram. He was important and highly regarded because through him, the Lord had given victory to Aram. But Naaman had a skin disease called leprosy. And if y'all don't know what leprosy is, it's just this horrible disease that's just, it covers your body and just sores, and it just looks horrible and it looks painful as well. And so, yeah, Naaman had leprosy. Aram had gone on raids and brought back from the land of Israel a young girl who served Naaman's wife. She said to her, to Naaman's wife, if only Naaman were to, you know, go to the prophet who was in Samaria, he would cure him of his skin disease. So Naaman went and told the king of Aram about what the girl had said. And the king of Aram said, go, and I will send a letter with you to the king of Israel. So he went and took with him several hundred pounds of silver and clothing, and he gave the letter to the king of Israel. And it said, when this letter comes to you, note that I have sent you my servant Naaman for you to cure him of his skin disease. When the king of Israel read the letter, he tore his clothes and said, am I God? Can I give life and take it away? And you expect me to cure this man of this skin disease? Like, the king of Israel was like, nah, get somebody else to do it. Like, that's not something I can do. And so Elisha was this great prophet, this great man of God. And he heard, you know, what was going on. And he's like, send Naaman to me. Then he will know that there is a true prophet, a man of God, you know, in Israel. And so Naaman goes to Elisha and he's like, yo, can you just wave your hand over my body and just say, be healed? Like, ask God to heal me. I need you to just, you know, do that. And so Elisha's like, nah, you got to go to the Jordan River, wash, you know, yourself 7 times, and then you will be healed. And so Naaman says to Elisha, no, like, that's gross. And if you read it, I'm telling y'all in my translation, but if you read it, it's like Naaman had a big problem with going to the Jordan River. He was like, no, like, isn't there other rivers that I can go to? That, you know, in my mind, I'm like, maybe the other rivers smell better. Maybe the other rivers look better. Like, all these different things. Like Naaman did not want to go to the Jordan River. And so he was like, no, that's gross. So Naaman leaves and goes back to his officers and telling them, you know, what happened, what Elisha said. And his officers are like, bruh, you need to be healed. You need to just go and do what the man of God told you to do to get your healing. What's the problem? And so Naaman was like, listen, I don't want to go to that river. And so his officers say to him, you know, if he had asked you to do something else or something harder, wouldn't you have done it to get your healing? And so Naaman was like, you know what? You're right. I would have. And so Naaman goes back and he does what Elisha, you know, tells him to do. And he's healed. He's healed. And I was like, okay, I see a lot of myself in that story, Lord. Like, you know, Naaman trying to go around and find other ways to get his healing quicker. Like, wave your hand over me and pray and let, you know, have God do it immediately. Or can I go here instead of there? God, that's exactly what I was doing. Like, can I do this instead of that? What if I do this and that? Like, trying to manipulate it. Like, Lord, no, like that was not of God. And so, as well as one thing that also stuck out to me was it's very important with who we surround ourselves with in our walk with the Lord, because in that, Naaman went back to his officers and told them what happened, and they encouraged him like, yo, go, get your healing, get what you need. Like, no, do it. And so it reminded me of how I went to my friend and I, you know, confided in her and shared with her, and she was like, be obedient, do it, you know? And so it's very important for us to surround ourselves with people who are walking, you know, with the Lord and who are able to encourage us in our purpose and not, you know, tell me like, girl, you're right, you know, it's holiday time. Yeah, that's not God. Like, just, it's fine. You can just, yeah, no. So in that was super encouraging. And so as I was reading that same morning, I'm currently reading a book by Priscilla Shirer called Awaken. And literally, like, as I was reading the 2 Kings, I then went to read my daily devotional for the day, and it was literally like, it just went hand in hand. And so she quotes a scripture from 2 Timothy 2:5 that says, if anyone competes as an athlete, he does not win the prize unless he competes according to the rules. And then her devotions goes in to talk about how athletes, how they train, how they, you know, they don't train and, you know, go eat a whole bunch of junk food and just like, you know, slack off and whatever. No, they train because they want to win. And as they're running, you know, with the intent to win. And so in that, she said, you need to be prepared. You must be methodical and systematic. Early mornings, schedule, sacrifice. And she also says, how sad it is to see all the practice, you know, all the things that, you know, we do for the Lord go to waste, and all the potential underutilized, all the sweat and effort amount to nothing if we're lazy, if we're not being obedient to God and doing what He's called us to do and running this race to win. She talked about how in 1 Corinthians 9:24 it says to run in such a way that you may win. The winning is not just in the running, it's in the way the race is won. The race is run. That was a tongue twister. And so in that just encouraged me so much. And the one last part that she said was, don't forfeit the opportunity through rebellion or illegitimate shortcuts or spiritual laziness. Don't throw away all that God has called you to do because you're being lazy. Like, I was being lazy spiritually. Like, I was like, nah, I'll do this, I'll do that, trying to take shortcuts. She literally was like, Nicole, stop taking shortcuts. Stop being lazy. Do what God's called you to do completely. And so I just want to encourage y'all, you know, whatever God's calling you to do, everything you need, like I said in the beginning, everything you need from God is in your yes to Him, in your obedience to Him. So whatever it is He's calling you to do, whatever it is He's telling you to do it to get your healing, to get your deliverance, to get a better or closer relationship with Him. Do it. Unforgiveness. If He's calling you to fast to get delivered and healed from unforgiveness, to whatever it is, whatever He's calling you to do it. Just simply obey Him, because in the end is life and peace, and we receive the things that we need from Him. We receive our healing. Like Naaman received his healing just because he obeyed. He obeyed. Obey the Lord and do what He's called you to do. Whatever it is, talk to Him, cry about it, Lord, but ask Him to give you the strength to obey. And so that was all I had for y'all. I pray that it blessed you. Yeah, that's it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.